Very true. Yeah, it's really about shifting your perspective to a plan that's going to work for you rather than one that seems to be appealing. And I guess they're pitching this to some of the Hollywood celebs. And I noticed that this has been endorsed by the likes of Kim Kardashian and Jennifer Hudson and Kelly Clarkson. So,
Well, they must know what they're talking about, right? They're celebrities.
obviously, yes, once you get the celebs on your side, then you're good to go.
Yeah.
So that's not exactly in line with what we really want to promote in terms of healthy mind, fit body. In the book, there is a 7-day program that helps you delve into your self conflicts and your subconscious thoughts and feelings related to how you're eating and how you grew up eating things, because this is not something that people typically focus on. How we were treated as children in relation to the food that we were told to eat or forced to eat or told not to eat, and we ended up developing some habits in that regard.
Right. And that's a good segue. We have another article here that I wanted to talk about briefly. It's from the Mercola.com site,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called Parents Can Help Their Children Grow to Love Vegetables. So I'll just read the article. It's really short. Emerging research now suggests that parents can begin to shape a child's palate even in the womb, says Stanford University pediatrician Alan Green. Babies actually have more taste buds before birth than at any other time of life.
Hmm.
They can detect subtle flavors from their mother's diet through their amniotic fluid, Green says. These early exposures create a lasting imprint on children's tastes. One study showed babies of women who drank carrot juice while pregnant were more likely than others to enjoy carrots when they were 6 months old. Infants are surprisingly adventurous from the age of 6 months to 13 months, a critical time for the formation of their future preferences. They can learn to like almost anything, yet few parents make the most of this crucial window. Research shows 94% of parents give up offering new foods after only 5 tries. While children's diets have improved modestly in recent years, a new study of kids under age 4 shows that nearly a third ate no vegetables. Parents who want to raise healthy eaters need to expose their children to the sight, smells, and feel of vegetables early and often, Green says. He encourages parents to take children to farmers markets, letting them hold lumpy sweet potatoes and smell ripe peaches. So,
I think that tactile sensation thing is really good. Taking kids to farmers market is great because then they learn all about natural produce and vegetables. And I think the most important thing is to actually walk the walk and promote a healthy diet with your kids, not by berating them and saying, eat your vegetables, or, continually trying to introduce them to vegetables, but rather eating in a way that they'll say, wow, that looks interesting. In other words, modeling that you want your kids to eat.
right, exactly. I mean, it's like I've heard parents say, oh, my 3-year-old loves French fries or pasta, or, my kid only will eat candy. It's like, well, what are you eating yourself? What are you having around?
Is there a correlation between what you're eating and what your kid is eating?
Yeah. There's actually studies that have been done on kids that have grown up without having been exposed to pizza in these cultures. And I think they were from like the Caribbean or something. But when they gave these kids pizza at an older age, like 12, 13 years old, they didn't like it. They thought it was disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
And it just shows you that we're all conditioned for this stuff. We don't have to like pizza. It's not a requirement.
True. And it just goes to show that you grow up eating in a certain way, and that is reflected later on in adulthood. And then also the psychological factors in which you maybe are defiant against what your parents wanted you to eat. And you end up not eating those things that they did say that were healthy and actually were healthy, but you didn't eat them in spite of what was good for you. So it's all these different factors that get stuck in our heads that we need to come to terms with.
So we can sum up with eat your vegetables and stay away from the cookie diet.
Yeah, don't be a cookie monster. And if you like this podcast, you can always go to iTunes and rate and review the show. We leave a link in the show notes for that, as well as on healthymindfitbody.com.
Yeah, and we also have, we mentioned the 3 pillars of achieving your perfect weight through the mind-body connection. It's a 20-minute audio. You can get that, download it for free on healthymindfitbody.com. I think that should wrap it up for today. So thanks everyone for listening.
Talk to you again next week.
Bye, guys.